Hello everyone, I'm Miss Sophie with Growing Brilliant, and today we are going to be making a sea life counting activity. All right, parents, so what we're going to need for this activity is some blue paper. That's our background. We're gonna need some green paper to make our seaweed, and then a couple different colors of paper to make our fish. So you can either cut out the shapes ahead of time, or you can cut out these shapes with your child. You will need to cut out however many pieces of seaweed you'd like, then 3 to 4 fish. And on these fish, you are going to write some numbers. Your child is going to be identifying these numbers, counting to them, and while they're counting, they're going to be putting some bubbles by their fish. All right, so let's get started. Are we ready? All right, my friends, we have our blue paper and we have our green paper. So first, I'm gonna cut my paper, little squiggle, see? Because seaweed is waving in the ocean, just how tall grass waves in the wind. So for this next part, you can either use masking tape to attach your paper to this blue paper, or you can use glue. I think it would be best with glue, so I'm going to make mine with glue. Just gonna put some glue down and glue my first piece of seaweed to my paper. Now I'm gonna cut another piece of seaweed. What kinds of things do you guys like to do when you're at the beach? I like to go and look at the tide pools and see all the different sea creatures in there. Did you know there's actually over 8,000 different kinds of fish that live in tide pools? That's insane. It's a lot of fish. All right, and I'm ready to put my second piece of seaweed down. We also see other kinds of creatures in the tide pools too. We see sea stars, hermit crabs, barnacles, all kinds of interesting creatures. All right, got 2 pieces of seaweed glued down. Let's do a couple more on the other side. So this is also a good opportunity for you guys to talk about your favorite stories or your favorite experiences at the beach. You can even relate it back to your favorite movie. I know that whenever I'm doing any ocean-themed art projects, I like to talk about Finding Nemo. Where did I put the glue? There it is. All right, we've got our third piece of seaweed going down. Cool. There we go. See? 1, 2, 3. Can you count with me, friends? 1, 2, 3. All right. Last piece, and then I will be ready to cut out my fishes. So not only is using scissors really good for your fine motor skills, it's also really good for your hand-eye coordination because you are watching what you're doing. Your brain is telling your hand what to do. Isn't that wild? All right. I'm using my 3 fingers here on this big part of the scissors, and my thumb goes right here. Let's make sure we're all practicing how to hold scissors properly, because they can be kind of dangerous if you're not holding them correctly. All right, I've got 4 pieces of seaweed, and I'm ready for my fish. I'm gonna do a couple yellow fish. And then there's 1 yellow fish. And let's do 1 more yellow fish. All right, this one's a little chunkier. See, fish come in all different shapes and sizes too, just like people. All right. There's one more. That's a little one. All right, let's cut out our last fish here. And parents, you can either ask your child what numbers they'd like to write on the fish and then have them do it, or you can do it for them. I'm going to use the number 6. I'm going to use the number 10. And I'm going to use the number 4. And for my last one, I'm going to use the number 7. There. Okay, now that I have my numbers written on the fish, I'm going to glue them down. So first I'm going to put my number 7 fish down in the seaweed. Right there. Next, I think I'm going to go for my number 6 fish. Some glue on there. Put that on the opposite side. See? All right, next we're going to do our number 4 fish. And lastly, our number 10 fish. So let's swim this way. Okay. Now that I have my fish glued down, I'm going to take my blue paint, put it in front of me. I'm going to take my little finger, dip it in the blue paint, and now I'm going to count. This one has the number 6, so I'm going to put 6 bubbles down. 1, 2, 3, 4, some more paint, 5, 6. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go over to our number 7 fish. You want to count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. Need a little bit more. 5, 6, 7. 7 bubbles. Oh, here's a big number. It is a 2-digit number. Number 10. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was a big bubble. 9 and 10. We have 10 bubbles right there. Oh, our last one has what number? The number 4. So let's put 4 bubbles down for our final fish. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. This is a really fun activity to help practice counting. And also it's pretty fun to get our hands wet in some paint. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this activity. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.